Alright, so before I even start this episode, y'all was at my fucking neck last week. I'm fucking sorry. Y'all can blame him though. Y'all was at my fucking neck last week. I had to take a little bye week or whatever. I mean, I had some stuff laid out, but it didn't fall through. And then time wasn't on my side the next day, so I just said, fuck the episode. I ain't gonna cap. But we here, we back, beach. Hey! And it's the anniversary episode. Happy 2-year anniversary to For Your Records podcast. We 2 years in. That's what's up. But today, we got a special episode. We're gonna get into that a little later on the celebration tip. We got a little special episode today. We got a real nigga in here. Somebody that can tell y'all some shit. Somebody that can teach y'all some shit. And he only, you're 19.
Yeah.
He could teach y'all some things. Got 808 Mondo in here. What's going on with you? How you feeling? Good.
It's a 2-year anniversary?
Yeah.
I feel special low key, like.
It just feel that way. It came to me like, oh shit, my 2-year anniversary on the 23rd. So this will make the 2-year anniversary episode.
I'm glad that Uber ain't work last night.
So I guess everything worked out for a reason. It worked out for a reason. But how you feeling? What's been going on?
Just trying to take care of myself.
For sure. Mental health awareness month. Make sure y'all take care of yourself. It's very important because you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
You're a busy guy. Gotta make sure you're putting yourself first. That's important too.
Especially having to be on social media. You gotta
Whew.
see a lot. So it's like.
What is this? Because hold on, what is this? Let's back this up. Because being on social media, I don't think people realize a lot that go into that. Like, how do you prioritize this?
Unfollow and block. That's all.
Follow and block.
Unfollow and block. Anything I don't want to see, like I know, like
make sure y'all use
something
like
like Cleveland Remembrance page.
Oh,
yeah, that's blocked.
Oh, let's talk about that though, because I say all the time that page is toxic.
Very, very negative.
And I get it kind of shows you things that you probably not gonna see on the media, which is fine, but what?
The media is already enough.
The media is enough. I don't know. And then they just be going straight from the DM of stuff that they see, and it just be like, I don't think that's.
They show too much.
They show too much. They didn't even ask the family first. They just post it because somebody, so and so got shot on the freeway. Here go pics, and they just about to post them. That is so disrespectful.
Not enough. I don't know. It's just everything for me. I feel like positive energy on my timeline. If I see something I don't like,
that's so true though.
So
that's so true though.
I know a lot of people like to mute people's stories or mute people's posts. And I'm muting.
I only do that on Twitter.
mute
I'm gonna mute some tweets. I'm gonna mute some words. I don't want to see that shit. I don't. When Kevin Samuels died, I did not want to hear nobody think pieces. I muted that shit so fast. I do not care. I don't care. The fact that y'all was watching that man on YouTube anyway, and they got the nerve to have opinions is already weird to me as it
never
is.
watched Kevin.
Me either. And honestly,
I saw the clips though.
Honestly,
he's funny
you
as
know what I'm
hell.
saying? Honestly, on them clips, it's like sometimes it's like I don't find where he was wrong.
Yeah.
You was the one that called asked him for advice. You ain't have to hop on the live.
So,
That's just my logic. I don't know. I'll probably get canceled for that. Whatever.
That's
But anyway,
a lot of people tell me they be like, you have a pure personality.
that's important to have.
Yeah, they say like you don't really care about you don't care to have a public mind. So
That's important though.
yeah.
That's important though. I feel like that's important, especially in in what you doing. That's very important.
Very important.
So we dancing around it. So tell the people what you be doing.
I'm a producer and a songwriter out of Cleveland, Ohio. I'm only 19 years old.
Period. Say that shit again.
Only 19 years old.
Only 19.
I got my first Billboard plaque when I was 18. And damn near before that, for real. I feel like because when I was 17, I found out about the song. So
Really?
Yeah.
What song was that?
It was when I did Dummer with
Uh-huh.
Glock. So when I was 17, I found out about the song. I found out the song was finished and that was about to get released, but it wasn't gonna release it until after I turned 18.
So you already knew that the song was ready and everything,
Yeah.
and then boom, just like that.
So when I tell people, I'll be like, should I say I had a plaque when I was 17?
Technically,
Technically,
it was a
It was
pre-prequel dog.
It was the number 1 independent album on Billboard, and I think it like 36 or number 8 when it first came out.
Insane.
Like, across the world.
Insane. So how did this happen? How did this happen? Tell us how it happened.
all right. So I'm gonna tell y'all guys this: if you want to be in the music industry, 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. That's the time.
Really?
3 a.m. and 4 a.m. is when you get them calls or them text messages that that's important for business.
Mhm.
So the time I was up at like 4 5 a.m.
Mhm.
And I hit this one producer up. Shout out to Sosa 808.
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah, shout out to Sosa for real. Cleveland on the map.
I reacted to the story with fire emojis.
Mhm.
He had his beat, he was playing. I was like, shit hard. So reacted to the story, whatever. He asked me if I had anything for Dolph or anything. So and me, my producing set at the time, I was focused more on experimental and being able to experiment with different
And that's
sounds. 'Cause I
important
wanted to
too.
create a different sound. But I had something in the stash that kind of like flipped that I already had flipped, so it got like flipped twice.
Okay.
And yeah, he did his thing too. He put the drums on it, and the rest was history. So at first I thought I was supposed to be on Rich Slave Deluxe.
Okay.
When Dolph had dropped that was let's see. So that was the start of January.
For that year, yep. Okay.
And then come around February, I actually found out I was on Dummer 2 on my birthday. Or actually, no, not that.
I'm gonna say on your birthday.
I actually found out the song was completed and recorded on my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't actually found out. I didn't know I was on the album until 2 hours before it dropped.
Really?
Yeah. That was crazy.
So like you knew it was recorded, but you ain't know like.
Yeah, I know what was going on.
You ain't know it was gonna be a single. You ain't know it was just gonna be on an album.
Because I take deep like looks into artists and how they work it and how they do schemes stuff like that. So I had looked at Key Glock page and I was like, okay, zero post, only follow them. And sometimes artists like to follow each other just to get it kind of like scheme going on. Hype people up.
Yeah.
Oh, this person doesn't follow this person, so we know what's going on. Dolph was following Glock at the time, and they had zero posts, and they had red posts, and that they was asking. So I was thinking like, number 2 probably. Real. That's all I could think of at the time. So it came down to so March 26th is when the album dropped.
Right.
So the 25th, 2 hours before the 25th, the producer hit me up. Because me at the time, I was just manifesting.
Right, like I hope so.
I was on because Say Cheese TV had posted, it was like, I was dropping tonight. It was saying WW2 is one of the most
anticipated.
Anticipated. I was at night dropping. So I had kind of I had produced a track on there.
Right, I ain't think nothing of it. Like,
but producer had saw the comment and was like, what track you produced? So I just told him to DM me. So he had DM me. He was like, what track you produced? I was like, I actually honestly don't know. He was like, I sent the beat out to them.
And that's crazy. People ask you and you like, I honestly don't care to tell you. They didn't tell me the track, nothing. They just said they recorded it and that was it.
So he was like, send me the beat. So I sent him the beat, sent him the snippet of the beat. He was like, oh, they band did that, bro. They recorded that. So I was like, okay, they did record it. He was like, actually, matter of fact, he was like, I'm about to send you the song. I'm about to send you the email of the song. I was like, what the fuck?
Like what?
Yeah.
I swear.
So,
and you just getting this from a whole other producer.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had checked the email. It was like, Dumbest in the Dumbest. It was about this, blah, blah, blah. So I listened to it. Because my tag is on there.
Right.
My tag is actually my voice. So
wow. So you just heard your voice on the track.
Yeah, that's great. I don't even like my tag. That's crazy.
Wow. Right. You're like, I don't like my tag, but shit, I like it on that track.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you didn't even know it just happened. Just like, well, shit, my shit about to drop.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. What's crazy is if that producer would have never even came in your DM, you would have just woke up and found out like everybody else.
Yeah.
And just would have scrolled down like, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's familiar. I made this. That's crazy.
So if I would have never said anything on Say Cheese, I most likely would have waited till 12 o'clock a.m. Or I probably would have went to sleep.
Right. And woke up and listened to it.
Yeah.
And then
because at the time, a couple other people didn't know, but like they didn't see my post or anything when I had posted. So when they was listening to it, and they were listening to it, they was like, "Hey," they was calling my phone like, "This you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
oh, that's raw. And those people recognizing what you do. That's raw. So what's next?
What's next? I done did a lot of things. I just did. After that, actually before that, I had dropped my own album. So I did an album where it's more like just like how DJ Khaled, Metro.
Oh yeah.
They grab collective artists and they put them on the beats that they made.
Or some producer shit.
And the artists and stuff like that. So I I had did that before Dummer too.
Mm-hmm.
And then um, it was more of a Cleveland-based album.
Okay.
So it had to be strictly Cleveland.
Right.
Strictly Cleveland artists. It was only like one producer on here that's not from Cleveland. His
Okay.
name is Hayes. He produces for people like Rod Wave, Young Boy,
Okay.
OG, stuff like that. So that was the only producer I know or engineer I know that was not from here that was on here.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty successful album. It had, I guess about 40,000 streams across the whole, like, all platforms.
Right.
Like
I was about to say that's pretty
then
good.
it got
For
taken
just for
down.
a producer.
It got taken down on Apple Music. And I'm just like,
Apple Music took it down.
yeah, I'm like, did I not clear a samplers or what's going on? And then I have realized I used to go by Mondo Productions before I went by 808 Mondo. So DistroKid has this metadata where it's like you have to be on the same name and stuff like that. Unless you take that,
Okay,
stuff
so
out.
Apple Music was like,
I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, so it kind of took that
So
little L.
kind of where the L happens for real is that on Spotify the album is a whole complete 16 songs. While Apple Music is actually just 15 because I couldn't put the extra song that I had on there, which is called Addicted by Addie and Wilson. So, but anywhere to go, it was actually still a pretty successful album. Like for me to be independent, I didn't have I didn't have to like promote it as far as put money into it.
Wow.
Like that. So,
Okay.
but the next album that I actually do is actually money.
Right.
I've been learning so much, so I've been like on more of a quiet scene. A lot of people have asked me like, what happened? Like, but I feel like
I always
you have to learn.
say, when you go quiet, you can only expect something big from that person.
Exactly.
That's what any big
That's what
artist.
makes me like anxious about it. Like,
That's what any
you just
big
made me
artist.
anxious.
Yeah, that's what any big artist.
Yeah.
We wait on Beyonce all the time, and bitch be quiet all year, and then she just drop.
We just waited on Kendrick.
We just waited on Kendrick.
Kendrick, my favorite artist of all time. By the way.
I'm so happy you said that. People come on here like, nah, you tripping, key. Da, da, da. No, Kendrick is my favorite rapper.
I never really thought that it was gonna be somebody to take Michael Jackson's spot.
Really? So Michael Jackson was always like your favorite all-time artist?
Like as soon as he died, I thought.
That's hard for me to think of like an all-time artist for me, just because I love music so much.
Yeah.
But I guess for somebody that like I grew up listening to and just like I admire the artistry that you put into what you do, I can honestly say Kendrick is my favorite rapper that I grew up with in my person and all.
And I didn't listen to so much like
I was like, you're a producer, so I can only imagine how overwhelming.
I mean, a lot of producers, and it's not even sound copy or anything, but a lot of producers don't like to listen to a lot of music.
A lot of podcasters don't listen to podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I know that.
A lot of podcasters don't listen to podcasts.
So it's like I notice a lot of producers that hit me up are more on the trap way. Anytime they send me something that sounds something similar to Lil Durk or something sounds similar to Dope Boy.
Can we talk about influence for a minute?
Influence?
Yeah. Like, do you feel like people be a little too influenced by what they listen to and it's not original? Like, can you honestly say?
Are you saying influence as influence on people or influence
the
on
influence? The influence when you create. So when you create a beat, do you say like, oh well, shit, I've been listening to a lot of Kendrick lately. I don't want these beats to sound too much like this Kendrick shit I've been listening to, or that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like rappers do that a lot.
When I do beats, I want to. It's something that's just off of what I'm feeling. So a lot of producers try to go off
what's hot,
and what's a money grabber. And for me personally, I don't necessarily do this for money. So it's like I want to do this for fun and how I personally enjoy it. So when people when producers ask me all the time, they're like you need anything like Key Glock, Young Dog, and I love Glock, like me and him cool. So it's like and I love his music, but that's not what I like doing. Like this whole trap and the beats, it can get fun, but it's
you're like that's fun, not what I want to do.
Yeah, I'll be like, can you send me some soul or R&B or soul? Yeah, like I'll be asking.
So who's an R&B artist that you want my producer for?
All right, I'll take my favorite R&B artist.
Who?
Jill Scott. Jill Scott, my favorite.
Jilly from Philly.
I grew up on that from my mom. Like,
for sure, me too. Me too.
She played Jill Scott.
Me too. My mother played a whole bunch of Jill Scott, so I agree. I can attest to that too.
Jill Scott. It's actually two. It's Jill Scott and Rihanna. So far as current, I would say. I'd say my current favorite ones are Summer Walker and SZA. I feel like they
I can definitely see you producing a beat for SZA.
For SZA?
Yes.
I do. Actually, my first R&B beat was based off SZA. So like,
I can definitely see you.
But it kind of sounded to turn out like something that Jacquees would use.
That can get a little sketchy. That can get a little sketchy.
Like, okay.
Cause Jacquees is I don't know. I feel like Jacquees beats can get a little cheesy. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they just sound like a little too. Like okay, you could have kept that. Like, I like the lyrics, but that beat wasn't that. Yeah. You know, I feel like beats are so important. Like people don't realize like
important production is.
And production is alone. You know what I mean? So the fact that you really came in here like I don't even do this shit for the money. Like I do this shit for fun. Like you really just want to construct something. Like that's dope to me.
Because it's really fun to hear something that you actually like instead of
that too. That's exciting.
Really
I can say that's definitely exciting too.
Or actually just love like I really like whoa like I created this.
Yeah.
Like a part of this. Like I said, there'd be so many producers that hit me up. I'd be like, you're saying something like Jasmine Sullivan type. They'd be like, who? Like,
you'd be like, who?
But most of these people, they're from overseas.
Oh.
So yeah, so a lot of producers be overseas. They just be trying to get their network up and work with well. So I respect it. And
that's true.
Only the people they really know is more on the trap artist side.
Cause they're the ones that's hot, and the ones that's everybody wanna sound like Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah. I mean it's a quick placement. Like you feel me? It ain't too hard to get. I ain't get one yet.
So I ain't get one yet, but I feel it though.
It's pretty easy to get, pretty easy to come in contact with. So but I be trying to aim for the weekends. And, as much as hard as it is to try to get probably in contact with those type of people, it's like if you want it.
I would say if you want it, you got
to get your foot in the door.
Right, you got your foot in the door.
If it ain't the weekend,
on accident. So it's like sometimes it happens.
That might be on the rise.
That too.
That you feel like you really love the sound that you can create something with. So it's really just depending on how you love music. And I don't think a lot of people love it as much as me. So.
That's how I be too. Like people, do you enjoy music, but do you like vibe with it? Is it really your life? Like I don't think people realize when I say I truly love music. Like you know what I'm saying? When I say, oh yeah, I love music, but people don't realize like how deep it goes. Like I have different playlists for different moods. I have different artists that I listen to when I'm in the morning. I can't listen to this artist at night. Like I'm definitely that type of person. Like I'm very deep with it. I don't listen to certain artists in the car. I just can't. It don't hit the same for me. It's certain artists that I listen to in the AirPods, but I never listen to them on my beats. It's just I'm really that type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Once you look, I know you're gonna look around for music, but once you look it up, like it's like 70 different playlists. I got a playlist called City Lights.
Okay.
And it's like what's the I can't even say it, apostrophe, or something like that, but it's like City Lights, Twilight Zone. So
got you.
Something.
Parentheses.
Yeah, parentheses.
I'm dead. He said apostrophe.
It's been a minute since I graduated. I graduated last year, 2021. So I was like,
I'm dead. Parentheses.
So
I feel you.
That I had a playlist called Love Letters from Afar, which is actually an album I'm actually working on.
Okay.
It's not gonna be like 2 or 3 years back. And I have so many projects I've been working on. Like I'll talk about it. But for the future ones, I have a project called 808s in Graduation.
Okay.
I feel like it might catch a lot of people's attention.
Yeah.
The name itself.
The name itself.
It has to live up to
absolutely.
that.
It's got to live up to what it is. Yeah. So I feel that because if I see anything with 808s in it, hold on. Yeah. What's this? So I feel you though. I feel you.
I got an album in the future called 808s and Butterflies.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think I said Love Letters from Afar. So
Love Letters from Afar. That
sounds
real R&B.
It's an R&B album.
It gives wine sexy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who inspired me to really kind of get it like that? I said Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Yeah, I was listening to 4 Pennies Letter. I was like, okay, Love Letters from Afar. And I'm gonna give it a real
But do you ever feel overwhelmed that you're working on too many stuff at one time? Because I do.
No,
I do.
because as soon as it falls into place, and as soon as it's done, I'm like, all right, well, that's what
I feel that. I feel that. That works.
That's how I feel about things right now. As far as projects right now that I'm working on, I'm dropping 2 projects this year. So I'm dropping one called Free Love, which I will talk about once we get deeper into it. Die Famous is me and Lil Craig. So, I've been wanting ever since I've been Craig. I've been wanting to do like a producer artist album.
Yeah, for sure. And that's for sure how you get your name out there too. Like they start paying attention to you. Like, hold on, who is this? Who is this doing this with this? And when you do a whole album like that, and it's like kind of like dedicated to that artist, it kind of can like fix your sound too. Like what sound is like, you know how you hear a beat and you be like, Kanye produced that.
Yeah.
That type of thing. So like when you make an album with somebody, it kind of gives somebody an ear for what they listen to. But I ain't even gonna cap. It was a beat on Kendrick album. And I was like, this got Kanye all over it. It was fucking for real. It was fucking for real.
Can I guess it?
Yeah. What? What's the song?
Right. I got 3 guesses.
Okay. What's the song?
All right. It's either. Okay.
Let me see. Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right song too. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me find the name.
Because I know.
Like, you know how you just listen to the albums back together, the songs is all kind of merged together. Oh yeah. I know which one.
So, my first guess is United Degree.
Nope.
Okay. My second guess is this. I know exactly what you're talking about. Am I able to pull my phone out?
Yeah, absolutely. That's I know. Yeah.
Because I know exactly what.
Because I heard it and I was like, oh no, this is a Ye beat. I looked at it so fast and I was like, oh no, Pharrell has been inspired.
Was it Crown?
Nope. But Crown was a crazy beat.
My last one, Mr. Morale.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, it was Mr. Morale.
It had like a switch up, and I was like,
yo, this is Kanye all over it. And it was like, as soon as that beat switched up at the end, I was like, nah, this got to be Kanye. And I looked and it said Pharrell. I said, we got to protect him at all costs.
They got that sound together.
They do. Yeah. They do. They definitely got that sound, that wave. But you know what? Even on the Pusha T album, I was kind of taken back too, because I could have sworn some of them was Kanye beats. I could have sworn. But and Pharrell did the whole thing. So I was just like...
It's actually half Kanye, half Pharrell.
Oh, it is half Kanye, half Pharrell. Okay. But even the ones that I thought was Kanye, they was Pharrell. So I was like, wow, like this is like a perfectly meshed...
I gotta listen to the album, man.
It's so...
My friend had sent me a song.
It's dope.
She sent me the song. It's Cudi, Pusha.
Crazy. That track crazy, ain't it? Crazy. At first, I didn't like it because I guess maybe because Cudi came out and he said, him and Ye fell out, and that's their last song together. I was like, damn, whatever. And I was thinking like, damn, if that's their last song together, I'm kind of salty because that's not a good, memorable song.
I honestly don't think that would be good.
I don't think it is either, but you know how it go. But I was just like, damn, I hope that's not, because that's not that memorable. But the more I've listened to the album, the shit is flames. Like, it's crazy. But my favorite song on there is Open Air. That nigga was out. He did what he needed to do.
Pusha T, I don't think that nigga is real.
He don't.
I don't know how old he is, but he
I don't care how old that man is. I already knew the album was gonna be hard when I saw that Diet Coke video. I said, oh, he coming. I like it. I likes it. I said, this Diet Coke video already did it. Now, that was my song I played all year. Like, everybody that got in my car, they was like, damn, you still listening to this song? Yes.
It's the song I didn't necessarily discover it when it came out. Drugs Deal with Anonymous.
Yes, him and Jay-Z. Insane.
I was hooked on it.
Insane. I remember I kept playing that song too. It's always that one Pusha song that just, it's gonna do it for me. It's gonna do it for me. But that song Open Air on the album, like it get me right in the gym. It get me right in the morning. Like I love it. Pusha did what he needed to do on the album. That was that shit. That was that shit.
I like that.
For sure. So, you had some time to marinate on this Kanye album. You had some time to marinate on this Kendrick album. Y'all done had some time to marinate on all this shit. Everybody come in my DMs. Oh, I know you fucking with this Kendrick. Y'all know I'm fucking with this Kendrick. Hold the fuck on. Because y'all sat on my fucking couch for months and tried to count this man out. Oh, he retired. He's not coming back. I said, nah, because when you're a true artist, it's going to take you some time. You ain't putting no shit out just like that. True artists understand the vision. So I say that to say, this shit is a masterpiece. This shit's a masterpiece. This shit is amazing. And not only that, but it shows his growth as an artist.
Yeah.
because if you listen to Good Kid, Mad City, he get into the Christian life and all of this. This man is not with it no more. He didn't open his eyes. He like, I'm doing spiritual shit. I'm doing this. I gotta be a good dad. I gotta be a good husband. I gotta heal my traumas. Yeah. Father Time fucked me up when I heard it. I was like,
it's the most personal album.
Most personable album. Good Kid, Mad City was probably his last personable album like that because it was a lot of storytelling.
Yeah, it was a lot. It depends on how like what you
Yeah, this is whoa. Like he was honest.
It got deep.
It got real deep. The whole second half, I was like, yo, he ripped the Band-Aid off. Like he did what needed to be done. Purple Hearts is the most amazing song I've ever heard in my life. I will never skip that song. You know how you got a song that you just never gonna skip on the album? I will never in my life skip Purple Hearts. They did their thing. Yeah. They did their motherfucking
That was
thing.
perfect.
That was the perfect.
That was perfect. That was the perfect song. Collective as well.
It's the perfect song to me only because it's real. It's so real, just what he's saying. Like y'all love this toxic shit. Y'all love this shit. Shut the fuck up. When real shit step in the room, y'all gotta recognize that shit. And then like Summer gonna do what she need to do all the time. Summer is a gem. We know this already. But the whole
I can't remember how much did Summer sell on Still Over It?
Low, but she was so mad about that Billboard award, wasn't she? What was it? The Billboard Awards when Doja Cat won it. She was pissed. Oh, she was pissed. But you know what?
What was it?
It was like the R&B. But Doja Cat album was not an R&B album.
Yeah. Doja Cat can rap her ass off.
She can rap her ass off.
I like Doja Cat.
I love Doja Cat. I'm not gonna lie. She's growing on me. I love her. I thought I couldn't get with it for a minute. Like I was just like, what the fuck? This bitch doing too much. Like you know, people feel like you try too hard to be weird.
Yeah.
That's what I got from Doja Cat for a long time.
But that's really her.
Yeah. Like the more I started like watching her on social media, I'm like, oh no, she really is like this. Like let me stop. Like let me not judge her.
The only person I never really got that vibe from, like you trying too hard, was Tyler. I knew that nigga Tyler was actually like,
you're a weirdo, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like,
and I'm okay with that. Tyler's that guy. Tyler's that guy for sure. But make sure y'all listen to this Kendrick album, cause y'all saying some retarded shit on social media. I can't get behind. I'll follow you behind that shit. I do not care. I
got
cannot
a top
care.
5 favorite of the album.
My favorite song. Hold on, let me pull it back in.
I'll tell you
I don't want to leave nothing out. I don't want to leave nothing out.
Your favorite song might be my favorite song.
Really? Really? It's so hard. It really is so hard. But you know what?
I hope our favorites aren't the same.
But you know what? Purple Hearts is that fucking song. I ain't even gonna cap. So Purple Hearts got to be number one for me. I ain't gonna cap. Because I think that is like my favorite song. I already knew you was gonna say that. Because that is a gem. Like every time I come on, I be like, nope, I can't skip this. Nope. This is
and that Ghostface killer feature, like Kendrick and Ghostface.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
How?
I ain't heard.
And it was so sprinkled on the end, so nice. Like he did what needed to be done. It was just perfect. Perfect. And honestly, at that point, I want to see Kendrick and Benny the Butcher. I think that would be nuts. I was really hoping he added some Griselda on here.
Andre 3000.
I think we all secretly was hoping for Andre 3000.
Because I feel like it's a lot of artists that people don't recognize or feel like Kendrick can work with, and Kodak Black was one of them. I was hoping for a Kendrick to come one time.
That's so true.
Like, it happened.
That's so true.
So I feel like artists, I feel like Kendrick
that's in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, Kendrick and Thug would be crazy.
Nuts. Yeah. Damn. Sorry, Thug. You down.
Yeah, YSL.
You down, buddy.
Key just died.
But you know, and Key gone. It's just like, sheesh. Is this an end of an era? Like I said though, we entering a new phase of music. I really feel like Thug carried what he could for the 2010s. If this is how he go out, I hope it's on some Lil Wayne shit. Yeah. Like I really hope you still, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so happy that Gunna was able to drop Banking on Me before he went to jail. Thank you for that. Thank you for Banking on Me. Cause that's a nice song for the summer.
I've been hearing Banking on Me. I've been listening to certain songs.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking at it in a different perspective. Like you just said, how Banking on Me was a good summer song.
It's a good summer
when did Banking
song.
On Me come out? January. And I'm starting to see, because I have an artist named Love Me Forever. And he'll tell me, like, certain songs carry over
That's so true.
So,
so when you drop them, that's why I say sometimes when you drop in the summer, you might be dropping too late. If you drop March, April, it's right on time. You know? Whereas if you know you got a fall album, drop that shit in August. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, because I was very confused when people started dropping their Christmas albums at the end of October. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
who did that?
Bryson Tiller.
Yeah,
I was so confused. I was like, why did he do that? But I got it though. At least he was making himself be known. So when you're ready for some Christmas music, it's already there.
Yeah.
So I see the vibes. I see where it's going.
That kind of makes me scared though. Like,
I know.
It kind of makes me think like, so when do I drop this? When do I drop that? It's just everything depends on.
That's what I'm saying. But trends come and go so fast. When you hold on to music and you sit on it, is it worth it? That's why I ask artists all the time. Is it worth it sometimes? Because you play the music back sometimes. You like, damn, I could have dropped this shit 3 months ago.
So much though. I ain't gonna fake.
I get tired of it before you even drop.
Me, I really actually like the music I produce. So I be playing it, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna play this out. Like,
So you feel like if you play it out, it ain't even. Now you second guessing to put it out.
Nah.
I was about to say, because sometimes you don't play it, you already tired of it.
Yeah, you might get caught up into might not drop it one of your biggest songs once you second guess. So it just be like you might not listen to your own shit.
That's very true.
Support yourself. So
that's very true.
I be listening to my songs off my files rather than sometimes. Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, this shit is out. So.
All right, so I think I got it. Now that I've been looking at this list, I think I got it. Number 1, Purple Hearts.
Okay.
Number 2, Savior. Baby King. Y'all know I have a thing for Baby King.
I love it.
I really have a thing for Baby King.
Bruh, 3 a.m. I just was listening to what's the album before?
Melodic Blue. I know what you're talking about.
I see. For my bitch.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I love Baby King so much.
I think Aura Soda had came on. This is during the time. This is during the time he dropped it. It felt like a new sound to me. So I was just like, yeah.
I feel like Baby King is like an alter ego of Kendrick, if that makes sense.
A fun alter
like a fun, like he's a fun person. Yeah. Like all right, let's stop being smart for a second and let's have some fun.
Right.
Like I be in the shower like I'm sexy and blessed. Like.
But it's fun though.
Like just the horns, the everything, like just the sounds that he bring, everything. I be like, shit.
It brings back that a more new age fun.
Like that 2000 Outkast. Yeah. I was about to say like the Outkast. Like when they had those little fun beats. They had those fun beats. That like you didn't even care what they were saying. Just the beat sounded fun.
Then the language,
and it made you want to get up.
The way he, the words that he say, it'll be like it's trippy. Just like how Thug came out.
It is.
Yeah, you didn't know what Thug was saying.
Nobody knew what the fuck he was saying. Eventually we figured it out. But nobody knew what he was saying. For the longest, I love Best Friend, but I have no idea what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
I love the Stoner. I didn't know what he was saying.
Nobody knew what Stoner said. We never knew. He was all whining like a baby.
My fault. I actually didn't like Thug when he first came out.
I didn't. It took me a while to like Thug too. I was
more on it was like 2014. I was more on the old head type shit. So
2014. That's when I graduated. I graduated from high school in 2014. So I was on my. I was trying to get into my grown woman, if that makes sense. So I'm listening to like the R&B sides, and if I was listening to rap, I was still on my Kanye shit and heavy. Like I was still listening to Take Care and shit like that. Like I didn't try to keep it like that. I wasn't on my rah-rah shit.
NWA.
Yeah, like I wasn't on my rah-rah shit.
I was a huge Eminem fan. Nas, Kendrick was still on. I don't think Kendrick really.
I would say I was a big Nas fan back in the day too. I agree.
I don't think Kendrick became my favorite artist until 2017
with Damn Drop.
Yeah.
Honestly, every time I say this, people look at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Oh no, my fault. 2015 with To Pimp a Butterfly.
I was about to say, everybody look at me crazy when I say that. I'm about to say when 2015 came out, when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, 2015 was a great year for music alone. Let's just put that out there. I don't think nobody missed on their albums that year. Like that shit was an amazing year. But when that album dropped, it was very visual for me. And
I always brag about it.
It was very visual.
when people be like, "Who's my favorite artist of all time?" Be like Kendrick. And guess who got the best album of all time of all genres? I would say To Pimp a Butterfly. And they be like, "You don't even listen to enough." No, I listen to a hella music.
They
like, yeah.
don't. I feel like people thought it was boring and it wasn't. I'm like, do you all
know
hear what
I
he was
say
saying?
about To Pimp a Butterfly? I call it the book that black people would actually read. So I feel like that because they say black people don't read, but
That is
the
a
whole
book.
album sound like a book.
That because it's so. Even the story in between, I remember you was conflicted.
Yeah.
Like everything was just meshing. Like everything meshed together perfectly on the album. Like I just always just think about like how just like his lineup. Remember just how he came up with the singles too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember I was telling somebody I was like, you don't remember the song I?
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, no. And I was like, y'all don't remember the song I Love Myself?
Because I think I was listening to I a little bit more because remember when LeBron came back?
Yes.
And they had a whole festival.
Yes.
Kendrick was here.
That's when I saw Kendrick for free. And I think that's when I started looking at him in a different light. I always loved him. But when I saw him perform and I saw how he was able to use these songs that are considered as these dance songs and how really you gonna hear these lyrics though. And I appreciate that so much about him. And even when I went on the damn tour, nuts.
He came to Cleveland?
No, hell no. I went to Detroit.
Detroit? Oh, so he ain't come nowhere near Ohio? Because he coming to Columbus.
I think he came to Columbus on the damn tour, but it was like during the week, so I didn't go.
Yeah,
he coming to. I'm trying to go to Detroit again because he coming from. But it's so crazy because I'm supposed to be going to Chicago, coming back from Chicago that morning, and then my dumb ass was like, "Well, shit, I'll drive to Detroit Sunday morning to go see."
Me and my best friend is on a concert tour.
Me too. Me too. I'm very upset. Sid canceled her concert in Cleveland.
Sid?
Yes. She's supposed to be coming here June 6th. Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go see her in Chicago and just do a little road trip and call it that because I don't miss a Sid.
Like what, 4 hours?
I love Sid. It's like 5 hours. Yeah, it's like 5 hours. I don't mind. I'm about to see Earth Gang at the end of the month. So excited for that. I love Earth Gang.
Okay.
Love Earth Gang.
Let's see. I got Kendrick in my lineup. Taylor. She just announced the tour. She's coming.
Yes, I'm going in Atlanta though. Okay, but yes, I'm excited.
Thundercat.
Woo! That's gonna be nice. Where you see him at?
He's coming to Cleveland. I think he's
coming to Cleveland.
Yeah, he's.
How did I miss that? Yeah. I gotta get them. I don't care. At the House Blues.
Yeah, Blast.
I'm going to see Blast too. That's gonna be a good one. As of right now, I'm going to see Blast on myself because I'm getting everybody hip to Blast. So we'll see how that goes.
My teachers, my old teachers, I came up to the high school one day, so just to see one of my peoples. So I came up to the office and he was talking about how Nas and the Wu-Tang. So Wu-Tang is coming to Cleveland in September.
Wow.
I think that's either September 15th.
You know what? That's so crazy because I'm about to surprise my mother and get Scarface tickets. Because Scarface is coming to Cleveland.
Oh yeah, this is like his last.
Yeah, this is like his last little tour or whatever. And I just remember that was being like the first. I remember my mother dragged me into this when I lived on the west side. It was this like record store where they sold CDs and shit. And my mother used to go there every Saturday because you know the albums drop every Friday. She used to go there every Saturday and get her new album. So I remember this one time. She dragged me in the damn store, and I'll never forget. My mother got the Twisted Kamikaze album, the Scarface, the Greatest Hits album, and I want to say Avant, Read Your Mind. Those 3 albums she played that whole year. The whole year. And every time I hear it, just take me back to that spot, like where I was. And when I instantly saw that Scarface, I was like, I gotta take my mom to see Scarface, man, because I'll never forget. Man, what? He was that nigga.
I love Avant though.
That's why I said I would love to see Avant in concert. Yeah, just like, but he gained a lot of weight.
Real?
He's done with this.
I mean,
from what I understand, I think he's sick, so I don't know. But Avant was that dude. Private Room was a great album. I don't think we discussed that enough.
The song, even the song Read Your Mind.
Yes.
Like, when
that's a beat.
Yeah, when Craig
that's a beat.
When Craig first came out, DJ Mark B sampled that, and that's what Sandwich was. So I was like, I know this from somewhere. I know this from somewhere.
That's crazy. That's a good beat. Yeah. That's actually a really good beat. I fuck with that. I really fuck with that. So what else you been listening to lately? Yeah, these artists, can y'all have pronounceable names?
I don't think this is actually a hard. person to pronounce, but Raven Lene. She just dropped.
Yes,
Today.
I love her. I love her.
She's on my radar. She's on my radar. Like
on what's gonna happen to her.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about Flo Milli. I'm watching you, girl.
Not even that, but she's on my radar on who I want to like produce for her, and it's this pop artist.
Come on, Pop. I love that.
Pop artist. Damn, why can I forget on the podcast?
So what the love artist? Raven Lene. Yeah, she hard. Yeah, that's actually a hard album. I had to go back and make sure I was listening to that, make sure, because I've been listening to so much shit. Mm-hmm. That song, it's a song that she, Ecstasy.
Okay.
Hard.
You know who Pink Panther is?
Pink Panther?
Or Pink Panther is, or Pink Panther, or just, it might just be Pink Panther. But she's a pop artist.
Wait, I feel like, do she have a song like K-Tondra or something? You know K-Tondra makes songs with anybody.
I think she do.
Cause I was about to say, if she got a song with K-Tondra, I think I remember.
She has a song with Willow.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's coming together.
She's pretty good. I know her engineer, so.
That's dope. That's dope.
There be people I'll be like, all right, who definitely on my radar.
That's dope.
There's a lot of Cleveland artists that I listen to. They'll see it. I listen to a lot of them.
Yes.
They'll see it. It's pretty good.
I love her.
Actually, we just finished our song.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I've been talking too much about that album.
I'm talking too much about these albums now. No, C is that girl though. I like her. She makes really good music.
My best friend, she actually wants to become an artist, and the thing is, her writing game is so strong. Like her pen is actually.
Oh, that's how I feel about what's that girl that made Hours and Hours, Money Long? Her pen is crazy.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even matter if she make music to me, cause her pen is crazy. Like she makes a lot of music that we didn't even know of.
Yeah, I didn't know. She made. Okay, so she got this. So this the thing. My friend told me, she was basically saying like how songwriters they sometimes they're so good they kind of they'll float off into being an artist, right? So like how Money Long is, and they'll kind of like make the same songs that they kind of made for
other people.
So this one song that Money Long made was called Black Girl Magic. Right?
Okay.
Kind of sounds like the same song that she wrote for Ariana Grande. It was called Magic. So I was like, I kind of see, yeah. So
I get that. Yeah. Her and Victoria Monet write all Ariana Grande music. Yes.
Victoria is nice.
Victoria Monet has a crazy pen. To the point where I get mad because her music is actually really good. Mm-hmm. But I feel like they look at her pen so well and her relationship with Kalani. But she writes a lot of good music to the point where I feel like people don't pay attention to the music that she makes. And I hate that for her.
But I listen to her a lot. So
I do too. Yeah. I love her. I would pay to see her. Like I love her. Like
I actually just saw Lucky Day when he came here.
I recorded my 100th episode that day, and it was so funny because I was trying to get like resale tickets, and then they had went up, and I was like, "Fuck, that ain't even worth it." And my 100th episode that day too, I was literally about to record my 100th episode and just rushed down there. Didn't even work out in my favor. I was so pissed.
He's an R&B rock star. I haven't seen that in a minute.
Okay, so I was recently attacked. You're the perfect person to have this argument with. So I was recently attacked on Twitter because of influence. That's the name of this episode. Influence. Some influencers around this bitch. Let's back this up. It was that clip going around when they was talking about A$AP Rocky was on Drink Tabs, and they were saying that Travis Scott basically took his whole little style and flow or whatever, which I don't necessarily agree with that. Yeah. I feel like I would feel like Travis Scott is kind of like a mix of Kid Cudi in a way.
No, I actually they used to get them mixed up a lot because
they look alike, right? But his sound is not that it. His sound is Kid Cudi. The look is A$AP Rocky. That I agree with. But I said, well, if we're gonna talk about music influence, I said, I was like, y'all don't think Lucky Day is influenced, not stolen, because y'all was trying to put words in my mouth. Influenced by Frank Ocean.
Now that you say it, I can hear it. Now that you say it, I can hear it.
And I say that because
Because I can hear Frank Ocean making over.
I can hear Frank Ocean on that Cherry Forest song. I can hear Frank Ocean. I can hear Frank Ocean on songs that Lucky Day sings on. I can hear it. Now, granted, this is why I said this. At first, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because somebody brought it up to me, and I was like, "Nah, you tripping." But one day I was really listening to the Lucky Day album because you can really play that shit straight through, no skips. Oh my god, the shit's flames. Oh my god, that nigga is an artist. But the thing is, I was listening to the thing. Somebody got in my car. They was like, "Dang, Frank dropped," and I said, "No." I was like, if Frank dropped, the world would stop. Like, what you talking about? Like, Frank got crazy fans. Like, he ain't about to just stop. And he was like, no, this song just sounds like something Frank would make. Like, it sounds like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't sound like him, but it just sounds like a song he would make. And I was like, whatever, you tripping. You enjoy my music. But one day, I make these playlists for, like, you know, relaxed moves, things like that. But I have this playlist that I make for, like, me getting ready. Like, just make me feel like a pretty girl. Like, let me put my makeup on. I'm going to be a bad bitch today. And it's a lot of Frank Ocean on there, a lot of Lucky Day on there, and a lot of What's Face. And I kid you not, Frank Ocean, what's that song from Walter Nostalgic? I forgot. But
I was about to say something stupid. I was like Novocaine.
Man, I know Kane, but it's a song on there. I can't remember. It's like I'm making love underneath the cherry leaf. Nature Fuse.
Okay.
Nature Fuse. And that song came on, and then I kid you not, that Lucky Day song Cherry Forest came on right after that. And it really sound like they could have been on the same album, the same thing. They sound very similar.
I can definitely see that though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. I just feel like sometimes when you have these artists that you really, really love and enjoy, it's okay to sound like them. You just influenced by that artist that you like, that artist that you think that you know what I'm saying? You may listen to them a lot, or maybe you just admire them, and then sometimes it just comes up in your music, and it sounds good. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I feel like R&B artists can get away with shit like that. Rappers cannot.
I mean, it's so many artists. Like somebody gonna sound like something. So it's like, yeah.
Rappers can't do that though. They're like, oh no, you taking my style, you rapping like me. It's a whole situation. Yeah. Females do it all the time. But in the notion of really like an R&B singer sounding like another R&B singer, I don't think that's a jab. I really got attacked on Twitter for that. Like, I was like, oh my God, y'all look like 17. Do y'all even know Ultra Nostalgic Frank Ocean? The fuck? I'm not talking about Blonde. Damn, I was real pissed. I was like, I'm not even about to fight for y'all. I'm a podcaster, ho. Listen to my opinions. I was really mad. Like, I was really mad. But, yeah, I was just really taken back. But, yeah, I was very upset I didn't see Lucky Day. I seen him. He looked like he was putting on the show. He looked like he was in one hell of a performer.
That was kind of like the first time I really outside since the All-Star Weekend.
Really? Because All-Star Weekend, we was outside.
Because I went to Atlanta in March. So,
okay.
Yeah, that trip. That was a nice trip. That was a business trip, actually. So that was for
I'm going to say, every
nice
time I go to Atlanta, it turned into a business trip for me. It'd be crazy.
It was for 50 Cent website. So,
oh, yeah.
So that was a pretty good opportunity.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But All-Star Weekend, though,
All-Star Weekend it was
first time
crazy.
I met I swear that's the only person.
Really?
Yeah.
But you spoke with him before, but you never.
Actually, no. Like that was my first time speaking with him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And that was at the mall.
At the mall.
Yeah.
That's so crazy because I was just minding my business at Bar Louie. And fucking Erica Banks just in there chilling. I'm just like, hey girl.
And that was during the weekend.
Yeah, like hey girl. It was a Friday night. Hey girl. I'm in Pinecrest. Why are you in Pinecrest? Ain't you down like?
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie. They were everywhere. They were scattered.
It was crazy. And y'all know. If y'all know where I'm at, y'all know where I'm at. But I was like, I'm kind of in the heart of everything. So I went down to the mall or whatever. I seen a couple faces. I was like, shit, it's some actors in this bitch. Hold on. Like it's really niggas out here. Like that was a crazy feeling because I used to go to Atlanta and then going to the airport and just seeing niggas, YouTubers, like nothing. But Cleveland, that was a different vibe. Like it was like, why y'all in my city?
I do plan on actually doing the next one in Utah, but at the same time, February is very cold in Utah.
I was about to say I don't think I'm good on Utah. side. But when they go back to Atlanta,
But
I said I'm
actually,
gonna
it does
go.
come back 2026, either 2026 or 2028.
Oh, to Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was a good turnout then. That's all that mattered. Because that's what I was hoping for. I was like, please don't let it be another 20 years before All Star come back to Cleveland. Because Cleveland is on the map.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
And it seemed like everybody liked it here.
Yeah.
Even with the snow, like.
It was a couple people I heard like, oh my God, Cleveland's really not that bad. It's just cold as fuck. I'm like, yeah, we got some shit. Like,
it's probably just not the best for networking.
For networking, for sure, I agree with that. It's not the best for networking.
I think if you want to network, it's best for you to go out to either California.
But that's what social media is for too, because it's nothing about a flight and be like, well, shit, I'll link with you.
I ain't gonna lie, the in person is way better.
It is.
Because people are very busy, so social media is something.
Yes, I agree with that. Social media is really a crazy way to like see what's going on.
Exactly.
And all that's going on.
Or reach out. So, like I said, I do have a playlist like that. It's kind of different though. My playlist, I was
say, because I love people that got playlists now. That's important to me.
It's called Wake Up. It's the first of the month.
Okay.
So it's basically like
like getting your shit together.
Cleaning up, or anything that you hear that your mom would play and you sleep, and all of a sudden she cleaned it up and stuff like that, or something for you to get ready. You about to get dressed and you about to, So I have a playlist called Wake Up. It's the first of the month.
I like that.
I'm pretty sure even though the first song is about Mondo.
Right, absolutely. Cleveland on the map hole.
So yeah.
It's everybody got that one Bone Thug song that they just love, like they just love. For me, it's where is the bub? Where is the that's 3-6. My bad. That's been in my head all day. That's been in my head all day. I'm not gonna lie. But my Bone Thug song is Crossroads.
I love Crossroads.
Crossroads is my shit. That and Cleveland is the city and we run. Yeah, that shit is the shit. I love
what
shit.
MGK had kind of like sampled it.
I love that.
I love
that. I love when we can show Cleveland shit and just do it
but
right.
I was kind of confused.
I love it.
I was confused on that remix because I remember I used to listen to Z107.9 a lot. And when I heard the remix, I heard Yo Gotti on there. And I was like,
that's what I said. I want a drop like with my name, but bring the Bone Thugs Clee at the end, like. Keith from Cleveland, like, that's some shit like that.
So I
gotta hang somebody gotta make me a drop.
Memphis. Where does he stand in Cleveland? Like, oh well, it was actually still a good song.
It was still a good song. It was still a good song. Shout out to that man. What else? I'm trying to think what else I've been listening to lately. I've been listening to Kendrick. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
I don't know if I'm saying this person wrong, but 007 or is it 007 Shade?
Oh, I've heard his name sound like that. I was like 007. I've heard his name sound like that before. Okay, yeah. I've been listening to that. You know what I've been listening to? Now that I'm going through my shit, this is kind of embarrassing. So, we talking about playlists. I made myself another playlist because I don't know, something came over me. I'm at this weird age where everybody around me got kids, but I don't. But I'm everybody auntie. Like, I got nieces and nephews. I got nephews and a niece of my own.
You the cool auntie.
One niece. I'm the cool ass aunt. I'm the cool ass aunt.
Playing that role.
So I'm just kind of in this role where I love being an auntie, but then I'm starting thinking about when I was a kid and being around my aunties and just like how they acted and stuff. So I just kind of made a playlist called Auntie Vibes. And it's just a whole lot of like Mariah Carey, a lot of 2000s, that little Mo, Fabulous, like that 2000s vibe. The shit that I was listening to in the car with my auntie back in the day.
They was playing
Mary J. Blige, a lot of shit like that.
They was playing gangster shit.
Man, I have an auntie like that too.
Yeah.
I have an auntie like that too. I have an auntie who...
It was Boosie, Project Pat.
People ask me to this day, why do I wake up, like when I smoke, like when I wake up and I have my first blunt of the day type of shit, I listen to Chifa.
I'm not here.
Hold on, because it's who was it, Gangsta Boo and DJ Paul. My auntie used to play that back in the day so much. I'm gonna play it for you when we do recording because YouTube be on my ass. That man.
Trying to copyright strike.
I'm trying. They don't want to see Black Queen win, but it's cool.
I never understood.
It's cool.
Like,
I don't understand it either.
Music, so
Damn. Yeah. I ain't say I owned it, did I?
Yeah.
But anyway, besides the point. I started adding a whole bunch of stuff on there, and I kind of got into this whole wave of Missy Elliott. I've been listening to Missy Elliott for 3 days straight, y'all. I don't know what's going on or what made prompt me to do it, but I started making this Auntie Vibes playlist, and I wanted it. Huh?
It contains a lot of her.
Yes. So it's like I'm like trying to get that vibe, like you know that ooh, like you in the car, you got your fresh hair, and you feeling yourself with the fresh nails, cause that's that auntie vibe. They, you know what I'm saying? They get rich vibes. So I'm like, I was thinking of the song "Break Me Off, Show Me What You Got," cause I don't want no 1 minute man. I went through that bitch whole discography on accident. We don't appreciate her enough. I'm gonna just put that out there. She is a little bit too talented.
Do you think she's better than Nicki or not?
Nicki is at a point where she's in her own lane.
Yeah.
Like she's the blueprint, if that makes sense. Like Missy is the blueprint for like women who, I don't want to say it because I feel like y'all gonna take it the wrong way.
Kind of like challenge other women to rap.
That so like to rap, you know what I'm saying? Like artists like Rico Nasty. I feel like she's very experimental, and Missy is too. She was slowed it down. She did a beat on a Super Duper Fly that sound nothing like Takeaway, and then came back on the slow. She can sing, she can rap, she Doja Cat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
She Doja Cat. And she produced. So it's like she's very. But Missy was horny, and somebody said that she gave lesbian vibes like Queen Latifah. I was like, she was horny. Did y'all listen?
That's how the 2000 music was. Like, yes. It was very explicit. Like,
yes.
You don't get that. I mean, you get it, but you get it from Future.
It's very in your face now.
Yeah.
It's like it's okay. Like it gives toxicity. Back in the 2000s, it was like, "Ooh, girl, we at the club. What's up? I'm trying to take you home."
Like 2000 gave up. Like, I'm not even supposed to be listening to this.
But I'm listening to it, and I like it. But I think what I liked with Missy though, it was like, you was different, and you carried it. Like she carried it. Like she had a lid on her back. That she picked up Sierra at one point. Like she was doing her thing.
She made Science with Beyonce, right?
She sure the fuck did.
I think that was good as well. So.
That was a good song. Remember when she used to pop on people's tracks and be like, "Yeah, new Monica." Mm-hmm. What happened to that? People don't represent each other no more, if that makes sense.
I get what you're saying.
Like introducing new artists, mm-hmm. like it's like these new artists kind of just pop up. Like, where did you come from? Who are you with? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
which is why a lot of people call other artists industry plants or anything like that.
That too. But it's like, where did you come from? Like, it'd be like, okay, yeah, I heard that because she was on a song with, yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's no features how it used to be, you know. Yeah. It's weird. They just pop up and then they wait for you to get big and they're like, oh yeah, let's do a song. That's not how that should work. Yeah. So that's why you as a producer, I commend you for like actually linking with these artists in Cleveland and trying to like make something, mm-hmm. because it's like you representing them in a way, and you kind of like, all right, let's do this shit.
I never really shied away from the city for real. I think a lot of people do. I wouldn't necessarily speak on it, but
Cleveland's a weird place. Yeah, Cleveland's a weird place. It's like we claim we want the support, but when we get it, it's like we don't react well.
I put it like this. So I feel like when people talk about support, as far as like they were like, well, Cleveland doesn't support Cleveland, all like that. What I'm starting to see is, okay, Cleveland supports Cleveland. The average person supports the average person. What I'm starting to see is the bigger people don't support the average person because it's just like, you can take my spot. So I see it more in that. And I see it in a lot of people. I see it in people that I work with. And I even tell them, like, you kind of got an ego, but it's up to them if they want to listen or not. So it's like, yeah. That's why me being
Let's talk about it, because there was recently an artist I reached out to. Mm-hmm. She told me straight up, nah. And I kind of kept it pushing. But then she went on this social media run and was kind of like, y'all don't need me. Clearly, you're the one asking for me. Let's rewind this. You got numbers. I got numbers. My numbers ain't your numbers, but they're numbers. So imagine if your numbers met with my numbers, and how much more streams you would get, and how much more plays I would get. It's just really that simple.
Yeah.
That's what I don't think people understand in Cleveland. It's always well, what's in it for me?
Yeah.
What's gonna come out of it for me? What can I get from it? When really it's well, what's gonna benefit from us both? And not to say you don't get listens, not to say I'm gonna try to put you on. That's not what I'm here for. This is entertainment at the end of the day. Just like you're entertaining, let's two entertainers come together and let's create some entertainment on a platform.
Right.
Because in Cleveland we don't have a platform. You know what I'm saying? We got Z1079.
Yeah.
But it don't be on
it
don't really support no new artists and stuff like that unless you got the DJ coming on and they want to play their friend.
And shout out to KY, but like if you don't got that connection.
Yeah, if you ain't got the connection, it's like it is what it is. Shout out to DJ Misses too, but I'm not. It's like it's the radio at the end of the day. That's not what they there for.
Not cool with Ryan Wolf or
if you ain't cool with them,
it's not happening.
If you ain't kicking it with Steph Loss, if you ain't even kicking it shit, if you ain't with Ray Jr. and them either,
yeah, it's not
happening. It ain't gonna happen. So my whole thing is instead of us like trying to fit in with these crowds, why not all of us just blend together? Yeah. I never understood that. And I'm not asking to be part of your camp. I'm not asking to be part of the. I'm not asking you to chain me up. I ain't asked for no YSL chain. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. It's just more so of a, you from Cleveland, I'm from Cleveland. You got numbers, I got numbers. I got a crowd, you got a crowd. Let's cross over with our crowds. Exactly. Same thing with when podcasts link up. If I record with Hustle Off the Ground today, I'm gonna give him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Harold. I'm gonna get my listens, but they also gain their listens too because I didn't brought my listeners to them. It's just that simple. So you can't necessarily say, oh, well, what's in it for me as an artist? That's very egotistical on any standpoint, whether it's working with an artist, going on a platform, promoting yourself, whatever the fuck. What's wrong with more? I never understood that. What's wrong with more?
Which is why I'm taking my time. So, as far as doing things like.
And you're only 19, so the fact that you already you got plenty of time to go. Your name being spoken places that you haven't even walked in yet. And that alone already speaks volumes. So the fact that you are able to like move at your own pace and still stay relevant, that's already within itself. People feel like they gotta put out stuff fast and One whole time they
take your time. This is the reason why like I have to take my time because of what I want to do and how I want to do it. If I'm able to do what I do with this project or with anything in general, and be able to market myself the way I can and still be able to do me, then when I'm kind of already on the pace of establishment, then I can actually help out others and actually help. And a lot of people, like I said, like we were saying, a lot of people just don't help.
They don't help.
I love helping because it's just like I don't care.
And necessarily, it ain't even about like. And I think people hate that word help. People really don't hate or support. Oh my god. Or support.
Yeah. I don't do handouts, but I help.
People hate the word support. I don't need your support. Support is support is support.
Right. Support is free,
whether it's a repost, whether it's a mentioning your name, support is support. I did it. I didn't have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Support is really a choice. So the fact that people in Cleveland they say like, well, I don't need that type of support. You need all the support you can get. Yeah. What are you talking about? What type of support? It's a support. It's a support.
For example, when people be like, I've seen a lot of people that I'm not even close with try to kind of necessarily be like, you didn't even know who 808 Mondo was before. I was like, man, that's okay because I am.
But see, like, I always felt that was weird too. Like, you ever got an artist that you listening to or something like that, and you be like, yeah, I got y'all hip. That's so weird to me.
Yeah, like.
That's so weird to me. I used to be that person until I realized I want to share that shit because imagine if we all got this nigga hip and then he finally that dude because he genuinely makes good music. Why would I want to share this for myself? Yeah. I want everybody to know this dope ass song I just heard. That's how I was with Giveon. When I found out who Giveon was, I was gonna put everybody on. Whole year later, this nigga blew up for her birthday anniversary. Right. Like, this shit was crazy to me. I was like, oh my god, I put all my friends on. And finally, he's there. Not that I helped, but I contributed. It felt good to watch. I didn't even know this man, but I did it. And that's pretty much what I do on this podcast. Like, I want y'all to come on here and I want y'all to talk your shit. What you working on? Let's talk about your, you know what I'm saying? But it's also a balance too. Like, you're not about to just come on here and just bully your shit and just think you're about to talk all day about, did I work like that? People just think like, oh, well, if it ain't catered to me for the full 60 minutes, I don't care. You about to get this 30 and head on. Because there's other things we got to talk about.
Yeah. That's why I like you and Hustle on the Ground
Yeah.
Y'all have like topics.
Hell yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because any other podcast, they kind of ask about me a lot, and it's just be like, well, I've done a lot of stuff, but I'm on a quiet mode right
Okay,
now. So
you be like,
like,
you can say I'm working.
and I didn't
want to say too much.
It's not like I don't want to say too much, because it's like, hey, I want to put myself out there.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it's like, I haven't done so much to the point where y'all can just ask me so much that like, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like even somebody just messaged me too. They was like, I love how you bring other artists on and you make them discuss other people.
Yeah.
Because they feel so self-centered, like they only in this hole, and they so stuck in their own music to the point where they don't understand the other music that's going on sometimes. I'm like, right. And then when I go into Apple Music, I know that they was listening to other music, but they just want to talk about their own. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's always something as to what made you want to make music. And you didn't just wake up one day and just say, oh, I'm going to make music. Everything's influenced. Everything happened. So I'm just like...
That's another thing about taking your time as well. A lot of people, and I've seen this before, a lot of people have been on this point where you were saying like they put out so much because they don't want to lose, relevancy.
Relevancy.
And the thing about that is like, all right, first of all, say I never did Dummer number 2. Say I never say that snippet of me, a little crazy trying to be out, never happened. Say certain things that I didn't do, it never happened or anything, and I'm over here talking about, well, I can keep putting out stuff so I can, stay like, patience is virtue, and if you haven't done something that actually caught people's attention, you shouldn't necessarily be worried about the whole, like, well, I have to stay relevant, because nobody necessarily knows what's going on.
That's very
anyway.
true.
So it's like,
that's very true.
You have time. You have time to do what you want to do. You have time to live your life and go through life experiences, and then come back.
That's
because nobody knows what's going on. And I'm not saying it because, like, what I got going on, as far as things, like, I can actually disappear. Not too long. I can't disappear like Kendrick can go 5 years without me.
Right.
Yeah, but I can actually disappear and actually learn, actually take back, and then come back out. Give me a year, or give me a year or two, or
And that's the thing too, because if you think about it, Kendrick didn't take these long breaks at first. He took the little 2 years in between.
Because it was
but
like,
when you build your relevancy like that, you can do shit like that. You can go ghost for 5 years.
What was overly dedicated? Was that 2010 or 2011?
2011?
No, okay. Actually, it was 2010.
What was that, Section 8?
Section 80 was 2011, because remember, Good Kid, Mad City was 2012.
27, yeah.
It was 3 years.
3 years.
Like years. That shit is crazy.
That's insane. But that comes with, in the beginning, how you be sitting on music like that. When you be sitting on music like that, and then you have more experience and you go through shit, insane.
Yeah. So it was like 2010, he dropped 2011, he dropped 2012, he dropped.
He doing
2013, he dropped Deluxe to Good Kid, Mad City. 2014, he relaxed. 2015 was to Butterfly. 2016, Time with Relax. 2017,
damn.
2018, 2019, yeah.
And then he said, writer's block for 2 years. Yeah. That was part of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine you write like stuff. That,
I can tell you have writer's block. Because, like,
everything is pieced together.
Yeah,
everything's a story with him. Everything's a story with him. Nothing is just out there.
Right.
Even N95 was a story about how he was cooped up in the house and all of a sudden we out.
Even Silent Hill is a story.
Silent Hill.
Rich Spirit is my favorite song right now. It's so groovy, like it just got that.
That is definitely a groovy
vibe. It got this like it's a rich spirit song. Like,
yes,
I'm a rich, not a rich nigga, but more.
And
like my spirit is rich, and
I love albums where the interludes make sense.
Yes,
that's so important to me because when you put out albums and it's just music, it kind of loses its value a little bit.
Right.
That's when you put these interludes in there. That's how you make it more relatable. Like that Kendrick interlude. I mean not Kendrick. That Baby Keem interlude.
That was the Rich interlude, right? Or that
Savior? No, Savior interlude.
Okay. The
Rich interlude was Kodak. Crazy, and they was both needed. Like it was just like damn, that was a perfect setup for these songs. That was a perfect shit.
So okay, I saw this on Twitter, or actually Instagram comments. Basically saying Kendrick. Well, no, Kodak is what Kodak did to Kendrick.
Oh, is what 21 is to
yeah, J. Cole.
And I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with that a little bit because it's like it kind of makes you excited to see more. Like, is it, are you gonna do more?
Saying, it was basically saying Drake is scared to do what Kendrick do, as far as how he implemented Kodak, because Drake has a bigger audience than Kendrick, but you can't do.
Drake has a thing
Drake can't
for
do what Kendrick do.
No. I'm gonna tell you what Drake good for. Drake is good for the opposite.
Right.
He gonna hop on your track. You can't hop on his though.
Track, yeah.
But I love the interludes he do. He had that Give Young interlude on what's the face, what album was that? I forgot. And then the Summer's Over interlude needed. The Yebbis interlude that just happened on the Certified Lover Boy. Like, he's good for interludes and putting people out there too. But he's never gonna put you on the track and then he know what he doing.
Yeah, it's basically
he gonna hop on yours though and carry it.
They were saying like how Drake can't necessarily be political. And I was like, okay, I mean, that's okay, because Drake isn't...
Everybody got their own ministry.
Yeah. Drake, that's not Drake.
That's not Drake ministry.
Yeah.
Drake is a female rapper. Drake makes music for women.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by women. He makes music for the niggas that want to be surrounded by women.
Yeah. So it's like,
that's the music he makes. Kendrick makes music for these niggas who is fighting their demons but trying to be better. Like, he make music for the retired street niggas.
Or even the people
that's
more on just a spiritual journey. And like,
that too. Just on a spiritual journey. The niggas that just got out of jail and they think they...
Like, Cole is for empowerment.
Is real. Mm-hmm. Cole is for these niggas that just try. You know what I'm saying? Like, just these niggas who can't really, like, feel like they fit in with the gangs and they don't fit in with the good guys, but they just...
They're in that middle. But they're finding themselves.
They finding themselves. Cole make music for that.
You know what I also saw? Okay, so this... Okay, I didn't even see this. This is my opinion.
Like, this is my opinion. I didn't see this
anyway.
This is
my opinion. Because I used to have a page where I actually like rate music and stuff like that, and get my opinions and thoughts on certain albums or anything like that. And I was telling my friend, because my friend, his favorite artist is J. Cole. My favorite artist is Kendrick. And when I was telling him,
everybody got a friend like that. Yeah.
I was like, okay. The reason why Cole and Drake don't match Kendrick level, they haven't done anything that kind of they've done something that got me up my seat, but how long do it come until I sit back out? So
I feel like
you know all three
don't relate.
You know how Kanye dropped Yeezus?
Yes.
Is a very experience that's outside the box. I don't think Drake or J. Cole has done something outside the box, but they have done something that's amazing and great.
I will say this: Drake has never done anything outside of the box. Everything is very. You never know what you're gonna expect, like which side of Drake, but you know you're gonna get that female vibe. You know you're gonna get that summer vibe.
People say views, but I was just like, okay, he hopped on the dance hall beat. I mean, we know Drake can do that, but what can Drake be on Hold My Liquor? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like.
That's very true. Kendrick has a lot of different sides to him. We've seen him hype. We've seen him smart. We've seen him be a storyteller. We've seen him dance. We've seen him be a crackhead on power. Exactly. It's nothing that he can't do.
Right.
So I feel like with Cole, we kind of put him in this box of this. I don't know. Cole has his ways where he can't step. I feel like Cole's last album was so different to the point where I didn't like it. That's the only thing he did that was a little different. And I feel like it was too different to the point where he was being a little grimy with his words a little bit. Like, he was kind of separating himself a little bit. Like, he's sick of these niggas. And I get it. You sick of these young rappers. I get it. But it's like, I don't want him to be a Joe Budden, if that makes sense. I don't want you to be complaining all the time when you could really be genuinely still making good music and still be evolving as an artist and not tell me that you hate these younger rappers every 5 minutes. I just feel like that's not fair. So, my thing, that I stand on this. I feel like when it comes to Cole, Drake, Kendrick, two will always relate. Kendrick and Cole can relate, Cole and Drake can relate, Drake and Kendrick can relate, but never all three can relate on the same thing, if that makes sense. They're all good for making a good record for a woman. They're all good for that. They know how to bring the woman in. They know how to do that. I'll give them that.
Oh, before
Drake caters to women though. That's what makes it. He literally, you can tell women was in the studio while he was making these songs. It's very female
This is
influenced.
important though. This is important for any artist, producer, like anybody out there. Your fan base and your support system. If you have women, you are set.
I say that all the time. I say how important how important is a female fan base to you? And some people be like, I mean, it's important, but some people be like, no, because at the end of the day, the women gonna buy it. Exactly. Men gonna just
and
play.
The thing about men or just boys, dudes in general, they kind of have this, or where I see they kind of have this hate for women, or like this secret animosity towards females. Like I love women. So
yeah.
Like,
yeah, some men.
I want my music.
It'd be a competition, low key. It'd be weird. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about you niggas. For real.
For real. As long as the women getting up and dancing.
Because I'm not trying to impress like you niggas at all. But I actually like the fact that y'all like the music. But I'm trying to my viewpoint and my crowd that I want is women. So
I'm to the point now where I just feel like Kendrick is just a better artist, better than Cole, and I don't care because. Cole is very watered down, if that makes sense. He knows how to write for anybody to understand. A 6-year-old can understand it.
Right.
I like the fact that Kendrick made me think about it, but he is not my savior. I really love that.
Exactly.
I really love, like, he really made me think about that shit. When Mother Am I Sober, when he wrote that shit, I threw the phone. I said, what the fuck? Because I'm following. It took me to a trance. Like I didn't even feel like that no more. I'm thinking I'm that little kid in the room, and you asking me. You asking me? Did he touch you? Did he touch? Whoa! Did he? Shit! And it's just like he put you in that spot. He put you in that place. It literally makes you visualize what is going on in that spot. Cole has not made me feel that way since 3 Wishes. I'm sorry. Cole, storytelling is not there how people think it is. I'm like, do y'all listen to what the fuck Kendrick said? It's how the verses flow into each other, how he's able to make sure that you following him. What, did you remember this on this and this? Okay, well Demetrius is this now, right. And you like, what the fuck? Wasn't that just Sherane cousin? It just make you gotta pay attention. It's been a couple times where I was like, hold on, play that shit back. Yeah. When he said that he fucked that white girl on the Good Kid, Made City, I was like, hold on.
It was a simple line on Rich Spirit. He was basically saying like, he had said, thoughts and prayers are better off timeline, and I had to like. It was a simple message, but I was thinking like, is he basically saying like, when you praying for somebody, or you actually like praying for them off of social media? I was like, okay, and that's simple, but it was like it made me think.
Everything made me think. Everything made me think. Just how like when he even on N95, just take off the Wi-Fi, take off everything, take your ass outside, and it's like, well, shit. And it made me realize, like, damn, I fell victim to that shit at one point. Like, I really was on TikTok dancing. I really was on this other shit. And there was a whole world outside that I forgot about. Like, dreams, ambitions, goals that I forgot about. I was just trapped for so long, the world making me scared to do something. And the whole time I could be working towards it. And I'm just like, damn, like, it makes you just think about shit. Cole, I'm not saying that he don't. But I'm just saying, like, Cole don't put that aspect. Like, oh, yeah, that was a bar. And keep it pushing. I don't think about it the same. I don't. It don't make me. I don't sit and think the same way. I'll be listening to Kendrick like, what the fuck did he say?
Right. Play it back again.
Play the fuck back. And this has been a couple times where I listen to Wale and do the same shit too. Like that nigga got some bars.
Hey, do you ever see anything like? You ever see a song go platinum and you be like, I feel like I contributed that last night.
Hell yeah. Oh my god.
I was like, I be thinking like,
albums alone.
No More Parties in LA when they went platinum.
Jesus.
I was like, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was insane. I feel like that song should have been went platinum. Like, I was so excited when it dropped. Like, I was just like, what?
Because we were supposed to see Kanye and Kendrick on All Day. I don't know
All
if
Day.
you listened to the leak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember that. Remember, it was like 36. That was definitely 2015. 2015 was a time, hun. 2015 was a time, but I love
the uses of Paul McCartney and the way
I loved it. I just
feel like
the
song could have been longer for a Kendrick verse. So
the song already was insane.
Yeah, I really do like Kendrick verse on that. Like, it was really nice.
The song was really insane. Like hearing Kendrick verse, it just made you kind of like pay attention a little bit. Like
I feel like Kendrick works with the artists that you would never necessarily see Cole with. Like I don't. Have we got a Cole and Rihanna song? No, I don't think so.
No.
Have we? Have we?
No, but there's a Cole and the Janet Jackson song.
Yeah,
That's still
yeah.
insane.
We got a Kendrick. We got a Kendrick and Rihanna. We have a Kendrick and Ghostface Killer. We have a Kendrick and Kanye.
Insane.
We have a Kendrick and Dr. Dre. Like a Kendrick and Mary J. Blige. Like you would never feel me. But
Kendrick got a song with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Baby, we got bad blood. Hey, don't forget that nigga is versatile. But Cole,
He has a song with Maroon 5.
he sure do.
Yeah.
He sure do. The only thing that caught me off guard with Cole's verses, I guess, is when he hopped on. Yeah.
Okay.
That caught me for a loop, and it was hard.
It was hard though.
It was hard. It caught me. It was
that
hard.
UK
It was hard. I was like, this shit, I fuck with it. And it caught me off guard when he hopped on that a lot too, and that shit was crazy. But him and 21 Savage, just like it's not.
They're
I guess
a perfect duo.
it's the perfect duo. It's like it's like the more they do it, it's like, oh, this is the perfect matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Because you come from conscious to street conscious.
And that nigga's smart. 21 Savage is very smart.
Very smart.
Very smart. And Kodak is hood.
Mm-hmm.
Kodak is hood. And Kendrick is too. So
yeah, I feel like the way he just, because who would ever thought?
I would have never thought.
You have Kodak narrate a Kendrick album. Like that's crazy.
I would have never thought.
You would have never thought that you have what's his name, Morgan, or who? Damn, I'm so out of tune with everything. who Morgan Free or something like that. Somebody who was the narrator of Savage Mode 2?
Oh, yeah, him.
Okay. Exactly. So yeah, you would have thought, but it's like, you feel me?
But yeah,
that's how it is though. Like,
yeah,
it's just doing things that you would never think,
I love it. I love the crossovers. I love how hip hop being more open with each other and just, allowing
a lot
people
of
in.
pop artists love hip hop. Pop love hip hop. People they reach out like Young Thug and what was the one girl, and they had a huge song.
Oh, fuck. What's that girl name? Fuck, and I got the song in my head and everything.
I love that song too. Actually.
Oh my goodness, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was a good song.
Very good song.
That was a good song. That was a good song.
It's his top 5 album music, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I was
raw.
service though.
That's raw. But yeah.
Havana.
Yes.
Featuring Young Thug by Camila Cabello.
Yes. I was about to search the shit. Like, hold on, this would go drive me crazy.
But yeah, stuff like that. Like Rihanna and Calvin Harris when they did We Found Love. Like, that's probably one of my favorite
That was
songs.
a good song. That's one of my favorite Rihanna videos too.
A lot of 2010 to 2015 pop music, and the way it hit the radios, and how it had Disney going, and it hit.
It controlled a lot.
Yeah.
It did a lot.
I feel like pop music don't hit the same no more. Unless I'm listening to the wrong people. I mean, it just don't hit the same no more. Like I like stuff like Out of Time and like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Like that.
I was gonna say the only person on pop that I really be fucking with is that
Weeknd.
Olivia Rodrigo girl.
Oh, I like her. Yeah.
She hard. I love her. Her whole little album that she won a Grammy for was well deserved. I love
She
it.
did her thing.
She did her thing, and I'm also on Ariana Grande a lot. I love her.
I like
but
Ariana.
Black women write her songs, so I don't even know if that counts.
Do you listen to Brockhampton?
Yes. Brockhampton
They're more
is
like
hard.
they got this. They're in a different genre of rap, like but they're nice. It's alternative.
I feel like rap gotta have a lot of subgenres in these new times. There's a lot going on.
It's like, even genre. They even got genres for cities. Like some stuff is like Atlanta rap or East
that's very true.
Rap. Something is more South Side or the Dirty South. So
that's very true.
It's a lot of different rap genres that you get yourself into.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Alright, we got anything else? We can talk music. I'm so happy you got to talk music with a producer. That's exciting. I love that for me.
I love talking music. Like,
no, for real. I do too.
Because we are in love with music, so
it's different talking to people that genuinely love music. It's definitely that's the reason why I started this damn podcast. You know, because music lovers gotta have a safe space where we can just talk our shit, get each other hip to some shit. You know, but. I appreciate you for coming on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like,
for sure. And sharing your little upcoming stuff.
I usually say it, but like this is gonna be my favorite one.
Yay! For sure. Make sure y'all show love to 808 Mondo if y'all need a beat. Make sure y'all hit him up.
2-year anniversary.
2-year anniversary for your records. I'm supposed to be having a little cookout on Sunday. It might rain though. I might have to push it back to Memorial Weekend. But all in all, we're gonna celebrate. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for the page. We're going to go up. Make sure y'all come through. We're going to celebrate the 2-year anniversary. I got another second book dropping soon. Make sure y'all look on the outlook for that. It should be almost finished. Like, I'm waiting on the confirmation to come through. And then I'm posting on Amazon.
What you need as far as like confirmation, like how does that?
So I sent it over to, I did it a little different this time. I did like an editor, so to just look over it because, so I had an editor. I paid an editor to actually like go through each chapter that I had and just make sure I did it because it's a short book. I pretty much just write about like songs that hold memories to me. The first book I wrote was Good Songs, Bad Memories, and I wrote about songs that I hold, and every time I hear them, it brings me right back to a place at a time in my life. This book is Great Lyrics, Bad Decisions, where songs can influence me to make me feel like a bad bitch, and then all of a sudden I made a bad decision. It can be with these niggas, it can be with this podcast, it's whatever. So it's like I just be trying to reflect how music really takes a toll on my life. And I be trying to tell people, like, some people, you know, look at life like, oh yeah, I was hanging with these people at this time, or I was doing this, or this movie came out. I literally base my life off of music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We was just talking about 2015 and years like that. Like, people be like, damn, how you remember all of that? I remember what I was going through at that time of my life to relate to that song or relate to that album at the time. So I always try to write about something, and then when I write it, people are like, damn, I never looked at it like that. And I be like, yeah, music is so relatable in so many different ways. And I just be trying to share it. So be on the lookout for the next book. As soon as I get it back, I'm posting it on Amazon. But this one took a little while only because I was trying to be different with the book cover. I didn't want to use something that may be recycled later that you might see on another cover later. So I kind of did a little different this time, but be on the lookout for that, guys. So I'm excited for that. And that's all I got going right now. Y'all know how it is. I'm about to be moving to Atlanta. The cat's out the bag.
Yeah, I actually moved to Atlanta next year.
Yeah, I plan to move to
It's a
Atlanta.
tough decision. Actually, I won't say I moved to Atlanta next year. I actually have I got two decisions. I mean, not two decisions. Two choices. Either Houston, Texas, or
everybody be moving to Houston.
Houston is nice.
Houston is that shit. I still get to go to Houston. I'm so scared I'll go to Houston and fall in love with it like everybody else. Because that's what I was with Atlanta. So I don't know. We're going to see. I'm visiting Houston in July, so we'll see. But, yeah, cat's out the bag. I'm moving to Atlanta in October. So I'm excited for that. And going to sit on these episodes. And
the whole thing you're going to get, and having people come in from Atlanta. Like,
it's going to be nuts. It's going to be a whole different city. I can't wait. It's going to be like talking to Cleveland, and I'm going to be back and forth. So it's going to be, y'all going to see both sides. It's going to be great. So I'm excited for that. So make sure y'all stay in the loop, stay in touch. Make sure y'all follow 808 Mondo on Instagram. Make sure y'all hit him up if y'all need him. This man clearly knows what the fuck he's doing.
All my DMs,
he ain't one of them.
Yeah, I don't like the Hollywood type.
He ain't one of them.
I ain't see this.
Very chill.
Actually, I done did that a couple of times though, where like I really haven't saw something. I was like, well, damn, like it would be somebody that I've met before, and we'd be cool, but we never DM'd each other. And I see that he actually DM'd me or she DM'd me about something. I'm just like, this was last year. Like, we're in right now.
You like, look where we at now. Crazy. Like, that's crazy how stuff like that work out. Woo, that's crazy. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for another episode of listening. Thanks again for coming on the show. And that's it. That's all I get. Hey, don't be cussing me out of my DMs no more. I'll beat y'all ass. What the fuck? He was cussing me out. Key, where's the episode? I said,